Recall. Okay. So let's start again. Our topic today is decision analysis. Okay. The first part is how people make decision. So in this topic, we will discuss about what is decision and when do you need a decision analysis. And we'll discuss a classical decision analysis strategy. At the end, we discuss about destiny versus decision. Now, let's discuss first. Can you give example of important decision that you did recently? And did you use decision analysis for that kind of decision? And how do you decide? What strategy do you use? Okay. Can you
deciding what major to pick in this university?
Pardon me? Can you repeat again?
Oh yeah, deciding what major to pick in this university.
Entering this university. So did you use decision analysis?
Well, I cannot say it. I have a specific method or something like that. It's just that me and my father thought about what will be important for me to use in the future, and I think managing data is one of the important aspects that will play a big role in the future. That's why I enter IPE in this better university.
Mm-hmm.
Only that.
So only based on discussion with your father?
Yeah, I don't have any like specific methods that you're gonna teach. No.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you? How about the others? Abel, what do you think?
I think the decision to like buy this VR headset that costed a lot. So I bought it so that I can improve on my health while in quarantine, so that I won't be a fat slob. And I think it's paying off so far. So yeah, I didn't also use any decision analysis specific method for it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was a good decision, and it was an important decision because it costed a lot. So
okay.
Yeah.
Lilian? You want to share something, Lilian?
Since I joined the student council, I made a lot of decisions regarding my workshop. So, but I didn't use this decision analysis. I just used my feeling and my logic.
Okay. Michael, you want to share something?
Recently, I withdraw my money from I regularly use investment to BNI, to stock market.
Okay.
So I recently withdraw it, but I lost like 1% of it. So yeah, but it's really regressing right now. So I'm really satisfied with that. So yeah.
Okay. So stock market.
Yeah. But I only investment on the blue chip, like the really big company. So I don't play it. I just invest for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So I used to teach quantitative trading simulation also in the Philippines.
I study a little, so not really that much. So every now and then it's just a hunch, I think.
I see.
If it really dropped a little, I think it's going to be really dropping a lot. If it's dropping up more than 1%, I think it's going to drop. So I just withdraw it. Okay.
So how about Nyoto?
Well, I think the most important one, like, I think the decision to get myself a PC. Guess that's I guess with the same reason as Abel, because it's quite expensive. So I don't know whether I think I don't use any kind of decision analysis, but well, choosing the parts and the components of a PC, well, my strategy was like I just watch some reviews on the internet first, then I decide whether I'm going to use that component or parts on my PC. I think that's the most important decisions recently.
Okay, so let me come back to the slide, right? So these are the important decisions that probably you have in your life, right? When you are born, when you die, so it's probably part of destiny, right? But
Okay.
is something that you select on your own, right? So selecting the school, as you mentioned earlier, selecting the field of study, selecting the house, probably where to settle down, selecting your spouse to be, probably selecting your thesis topic, selecting the career, job, or selecting your friends, and selecting investment, as you said earlier, right? Or, yeah, and probably you want to select later to have a children or not, right? These are very important decisions in your life. So the meaning is this lesson that you learned today will have impact in your life, right? You can use it again and again, okay? So we are going to do it systematically about how you will make a decision. So, but first thing first, okay, what is decision, right? So this is the definition of decision. Decision is a conscious, irrevocable allocation of resources with the purpose of achieving a desired objective. So this is very important. You see, a decision is conscious, meaning that you are conscious about your own decision. Irrevocable, meaning that once you allocate the resources, you cannot take it back. Okay? The resources here, including your time, your money, your effort, right? All things that you have. So any decision should have any certain purpose, okay? Certain objective that you want to achieve. So these are the component of decision, remember that, okay? So decision is similar to your deep thought. Before you put your bet on a gambling table, okay? So once you put your bet on the gambling table, it is no longer decision. You're just waiting for the consequence, right? So many people make mistake about decision. They think that decision is they can recover from decision. It is not. Once you make decision, you cannot take it back. Okay. Now, when the term decision maker is you or a team with certain responsibility, with certain authority to allocate the resources and implement that decision. So sometimes you say, oh, I'm working in a company. I'm not a decision maker. Okay. Why? Because there are somebody above me who has authority. Probably your parent is the decision maker for you, not you, probably. Okay, so the decision maker is not always everybody, but only certain person who has both responsibility and the authority. Okay, so this is the definition. Until here, any question?
No, I think.
Good. Next. So my question to you now, if you don't have any question, right? So I will ask you, who are the people responsible for your life situation right now? So tell me, who responsible for your decision in certain aspect of your life? Okay. Who will start?
My parents, I think.
Your parent?
Yeah, parents and family, I think.
So your parent is responsible for your life situation?
Who are the people
Situation.
responsible for your life situation right now?
Yes.
Oh, me.
You,
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Good. Who else have different answer? Your parent, yourself, in what situation? Your parent responsible for your life situation, but what kind of situation? And you responsible for your life situation, what kind of situation? Can you share about it?
I think if you are talking about like providing food, shelter, and stuff, that is the responsibility of parents. But if you're talking about like we are having a bad grades or we are getting an accident when we're driving, that is our own responsibility. That's what I have in my mind.
Okay. So next question, if your parent responsible for you, until when they will be responsible for you? Until you're 18? Until you're 25? Or until forever?
I think when you graduate from high school, I think it's the when they starting to give you apa ya, give you
Responsibility.
yeah, responsibility. I think around when you graduate from high school.
So after you graduate from high school, you need to take care of yourself. You need to work and earn and feed yourself. No.
Not like that. I think with your life choices, but I think if you say it's income or everything, I think it's still depending on the parents. But what you do with the money and what you do with your choice of what you spend the money, I think it's on you.
Okay.
When you are in high school, I think they still keep in touch with your what you do with the money and what you do. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay, you get greater responsibility and greater possible decision with your allowance.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
question, until when you will depends on your parent for the allowance?
Oh, I think when you start working, I think 23, 22.
So when you finish your
You finish your college or university, yeah.
anyone agree with Michael or disagree with Michael? Lilian, what do you think?
I'm sorry.
Do you agree or disagree with me?
I think at least until we can stand on our own feet.
Okay. Abel, what do you think?
Yeah, well, while I can't make any money right now, I think I'm entirely dependent on them, on my parents. my mom. So
Nyoto, you have any opinion? Nyoto, are you there? Maybe Nyoto have certain problem in his connection. Okay, so let's continue anyway. So here it is, okay, about decision analysis. So when we say decision analysis, okay, this is something big, not something that trivial. For example, oh, the decision that I want to change my clothes is a trivia, right? Then you don't need decision analysis. Oh, today I want to go shopping. That is kind of trivia. Then you don't need decision analysis. So decision analysis will help the decision maker, you, to provide an insight into the best course of action given the opportunity than your preference. But remember, decision analysis will not give you the answer. So here it is. Yeah, based on the book of Skinner in 1999. So whether the decision is obvious or not. When the decision is obvious, you just make decision without decision analysis. When the decision is not obvious, the next question is whether it is covered by the policy or not. If it is covered by certain standard operating procedure or certain policy, then you just make decision. Okay? Just follow that policy. If not covered by the policy, then the next question is whether this decision is recurring or non-routine decision or not. Okay? If it is recurring, then you ask whether it has major consequence or not. Okay? If it has major consequence, then you use decision analysis. If not, you just examine the previous decision and then make decision without decision analysis. Okay? When it is non-recurring decision, then you ask again question, is there many choices? If you don't have much choices, okay, is just go or not go decision, then again you ask whether there is major consequence or not, the same as before. So now you see when you will use decision analysis, right? When it is a major consequence, when you have many choices, when it is non-recurring and it is not covered by a policy, and it is not obvious. Okay, so decision analysis requires certain mathematics that you want to use or certain strategy that you will to use. So that's why it is not a simple decision, not trivial decision. Okay. Now, this morning, I would like to discuss four classical decision analysis strategy. Okay. First is lexicographic strategy. Second is elimination by aspect. The third is semi-lexicographic strategy. And the last one is satisficing strategy. Let's go one by one, okay? So in lexicographic strategy, okay, the strategy is focus on the most important attribute. And then you select the alternative that you have that is the best on that attribute only. In case of tie, then you select the second most important attribute. Then you select the alternative that is the best on that attribute. Is it clear? First, you select the most important attribute. Okay, I will give you an example. Okay, say, suppose you want to buy computer. The most important attribute that you set is the price. So in that case, you want to find the cheapest among the available computer brands. right? So in that case, you have no reference on other features, no other attributes. For example, the CPU speed, the reliability, the memory, and other things. You only think about price. So again, using lexicographic strategy, you will only focus on one most important attribute, and then you select the alternative among all the computer that you have in your list. Okay, what is the best attribute? In this case, the cheapest price. So lexicographic strategy will help you to select the alternative that is only the best on that attribute. So what do you think? What do you think about the strength and weakness of this strategy?
In my opinion, I think
Yes.
lexicographic will help you to take your decision a bit quicker, because you only focus on one attribute and you set one most important attribute. Then from that one attribute, you have only several options then
Yes.
or alternatives
Right.
on that attribute. But then you are neglecting other stuff. You are compromising.
Correct.
I mean, if then or in PC you are compromising like CPU speed and the memory and everything.
Yes.
So I guess that's the weakness of lexicographic.
Correct. So if you have many options, okay, say you have 10,000 alternatives, this is probably one of the fastest way, right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So let's go to the next strategy, okay? The next strategy is called elimination by aspect, proposed by Amos Tversky in 1972. Again, the same thing. You identify the most important attribute, okay? And then you set a cutoff value of that attribute, okay? Unlike the first one, now you set a cutoff value of that attribute, and then you remove all alternatives that fail to meet that cutoff value, a threshold. And then you repeat the process for the second most important attribute, and so on, until finally you have one alternative left. Give you an example. Say you want to buy a used car. Okay. So then you select among 100 plus alternatives in today's newspaper. So you read the newspaper, you get plus alternative, right? Then, for example, first, you're talking about first attribute is engine size. And you set up a cutoff value of 1,600 cc. Okay, so you eliminate all the cars with engine below 1,600 cc. From 100 plus, now you get only 70 remaining alternative. Next, you eliminate, okay, so I need to put this in dollar rather than in peso. So you eliminate, right, the car price, for example, offer, say, certain amount of money, say $1 million, or and below certain threshold of price, okay? Then you get, for example, only 35 remaining alternatives. After that, you get the third attribute, in this case, reliability, and you believe that Japanese and German car are the most reliable. Then you have now 17 remaining alternatives. Okay. Next, you talk about the age of the car. Okay, you don't want the car that older than 4 years. Then you get 5 cars remaining among the 17. And finally, you select the color. So you like black. So then you remove non-black car, and then you have 1 car remaining. So can you see the strategy? You have many alternatives, okay? And then you have many attributes, and you set up a cut-off value for each attribute. So question to you, okay, is what do you think about this elimination by aspect? What is the strength and the weakness of elimination by aspect? Anyone?
How
You
do you
have
know
more,
that
Okay, Darin
standard?
first.
Okay.
you have more option, the strength, but the weakness, it takes a long time, more long,
No,
not as quick as the first one.
no. The number of option remain the same. Okay, for example, in this case, you have 100 plus. Eugene.
Yeah. In this method, we instead of searching like the most expensive or like the cheapest, we are setting our own standard. But my question is, how do you know that your standard that you apply is fit the best for you? Like you want the engine to have more than 1600 cc or
The
like
criteria you are questioning.
yeah.
Criteria is set up by you. Any decision usually have certain art in it. Remember, in the beginning I talked about art and science. You know,
Yeah.
the science help you, okay, but the art still there, meaning that the criteria must be subjective. You know.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so don't forget, even we have science. Okay? Science help you, but the art still there. You are still human, not completely machine. You make decision. So the setup of criteria is set up by human, subjectively. Okay, if then machine can do it, right? Correct? The AI can do it. But no, you are human. Don't forget that. Okay, you have the power of subjectivity. Okay, that is the art part there that make you human. Okay? You are the one who will decide the criteria. Okay, anyone else? What do you think about the strength and weakness of elimination by aspect? One thing you did not mention. Very important thing. Michael?
I think when you eliminate that much, I think you will get one option, and yeah, if you don't like the option, you start from the start, I think.
Correct. But there is another thing important. Did not notice yet. What do you think?
I don't really see weakness. That's what I kind of use to decide.
Okay.
What about the
Eugene.
urutan?
Correct. Yeah, the order. Very good, Eugene. You got it. Okay. So the order of the attribute matters, right? Say if the color first, right? You will have completely different result.
Yeah, true.
Order of the attribute matters. You see that? This is the major weakness of elimination by aspect, isn't it?
Wait. If you pick color first, the result will be different.
Totally different.
Right.
Because there could be the cases like you already, in this case, you are start with the engine, and when you eliminate the engine, there could be some of the colors that you like in those cars, but you didn't pick it.
Wait, so let's say we're getting rid of like the same amount, engine, blah, 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 until color, like that. But if we go color and blah, 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 blah to engine, doesn't it equal to the same amount?
Not necessarily, because remember, yes, you can have chance that you can get the same result, but there is also chance that you remove everything in early stage, because the alternative will be totally different, right?
I think I'm gonna need to visualize this a bit, but okay.
Okay.
So I guess what Abel is trying to say is like if the order was like just to be like for example your example was like engine size and then color, but
Yes.
then the changed order will be just color and then engine size. That won't make a difference, isn't that what?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So
Yes.
could you go back to that slide, the one before this, right before this, though, before you changed it?
Oh, which one? This
Yeah,
one?
this one. So this one's engine first, right? So
Correct.
let's say we make color, then age, then reliability, then
Yes.
price. Won't
So-
that equal to the same amount with just
No.
one? No?
Look at this. If you have a reliability first, for example, okay, it will not give you the same result, right? Because say you have 100 plus, and then you eliminate the non-Japanese and German car, so that result will be different alternative, right? After that, you said, oh, I want to eliminate the price. It will not give you the same result.
Mm.
Okay, so here it is. This is the conclusion I put here. This is strategy. This strategy is called non-compensatory strategy. Okay, because when you have poor performance in one attribute, it will not compensate by the good performance in other attribute. Okay, so it's very poor decision because the sequence of attribute matter. The order of the attribute really matter in this case. Okay, but it's good to remove many alternatives. If you have thousands of alternatives, this is fast, right? But again, the order matter, the sequence of the attribute matter. You see, and again, you fail to ensure that the alternative will retain superior to those which are eliminated. Okay, so certain attribute, because you cut off in early, okay, decision, then you actually did not find the optimum one. So important here that the color here with red, right? Non-compensatory strategy. Okay, so poor performance in one attribute is not compensated by good performance in another attribute. And the sequence of attribute matters. Say you eliminate based on color first. Okay. When you eliminate by color first, probably you already eliminate many of German and Japanese car that you want. Right?
Wait, so may I
Yes.
draw a little bit on your screen so I could visualize my thoughts?
Please, yes.
Okay, so this one is going here, right? So let's say we're going the opposite direction. Doesn't it also equal to just one last car, which is the Toyota 1800?
No. You check first.
So let's say we remove non-black cars, only like 50 remain, and then
Yes.
and then this goes to like 25. Or
Oh,
doesn't it?
It's not the numbers that matters, you know. When you remove the non-black car, right? At that removal, you eliminate the non-Japanese car that you want.
So the order is not always going to be gak berurutan kan maksudnya. Abel, maksudnya kan nggak mungkin bisa balik terus hasilnya sama kan nggak tuh.
Oh, wait.
Kan nggak harus
Okay.
balik gitu, Bel. Bisa kan gara-gara mobilnya mau ambil 50, jadi mobil Jerman mbak Jepang hilang kabeh, jadi dia ganti iku nih nggak sih, gitu gak sih?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So
Sing aku mau ngomong tadi ku ojo mbok balik tok, maksudku gitu loh. Lemek mbok balik tok kemungkinan iku ya iso, cuman tapi iku pun ya tetap ada berbeda sedikit gak sih?
So, for example, you eliminate by price first. Okay, there is possibility you get that the same decision. There is possibility. Okay, but there is also possibility that you remove that decision that you want, because the attribute and the order of attribute matters. Especially you cut off. If you want to imagine that, actually simply you draw what is that? A line. Can I draw a line? Okay, I will try to draw a line. How to draw a line? Okay. Here. So let's try to draw a line. Okay. So this is probably your feature line, okay? And then say next you have another feature here, right? And then you try to find the intersection. And then you have another feature here, right? So then you said, okay, this is the one that I want, certain aspect. Okay. In this case, yes, the order does not matter, right? But you set a certain attribute first, okay? So you may remove certain aspect in your evaluation early on. For example, you're supposed to get it in here, okay? But instead, now you get it there. Can you see it?
Yeah, I think I get it.
Okay. If you put this one first, then you will go, if you get the green first, right? You will probably have different result, you know?
Yeah.
If you put the red first. Can
I
you,
think I get it.
can you imagine? Okay.
Yeah.
So next, the third strategy, the third classical strategy is called semi-lexicographic strategy. So this is based on the first strategy, lexicographic strategy. Okay. In here, you focus on the most important attribute. And then if the performance of the alternative, if similar, in this case, the word similar means the difference is not that much, then you consider them as type. Then you move to the next most important attribute. The problem here is you can lead to a contradiction. Let me give you an example. Say you want to have a strategy, okay, to select certain things based on two attributes, which is price and quality. Now, if you said the price difference is less than 0.5, then you will have a higher quality product. So now you have four alternative brand A, B, C, D, right? So now look at this price first, okay? A is less than B, isn't it? And the price of A and B is less than 0.5. Then you select B because B have medium quality compared to A, which is low quality, right? And then you select between B and C. So the price is 7.35 and 7.65. Okay. Again, the difference is less than 0.5, right? What you will choose? You will choose C. Between A and B, you select B. Between B and C, you select C, right? Now compare C and D. Compare C and D, D have lower price, and the difference is actually less than 0.5 again. So in that case, you will select C, correct? But if you compare D and B, again, the difference is less than 0.5. And they are both the same, medium quality, right? However, earlier we said that C is actually, when we compare C and A, you see, C and A, the difference is more than 0.5. Okay. So, and you said, I will select A. So then you have contradiction. Which one you will select? Can you get this? Any question? Are you still trying to grasp the meaning of lexicographic, semi-lexicographic? Yes, Nyoto?
Yeah, no, I guess it's
You get it.
a contradiction. I think
You can
it's
get, right?
quite,
You can understand the contradiction here, right?
yeah, because like you said like a benchmark, right? It's if it's less than
Then 0.5.
the price difference is less than 0.5, then you have to take the higher quality product. Now you have the option to choose between a higher quality or a low quality, but the price difference is more than 0.5. So you are creating like
Conflict.
another, yeah, it's
Yes.
conflicting.
Yes. So the contradiction means you have conflict of decision now. Which one is the one you need to decide? You cannot be sure anymore because your criteria making it contradict each other.
It's like it's like making a whole another decision, right? It's
Correct.
like creating
Correct.
another problem, a whole different
Correct.
problem.
Correct. So this is the weakness of semi-lexicographic strategy. Okay. So this is a classical decision making, meaning that you focus on the most important attribute only. Okay. So why we learn all of this classical? So that you know, okay, this is in the past. We do this. Okay. And there are certain weaknesses that we need to improve. Okay. Now, next one. Satisfying strategy is proposed by Herbert Simon. Herbert Simon is a Nobel Prize winner, laureate. Okay, so he's very well known, and he also used a sequential decision making. Okay, so alternative. His thinking is alternative is not always available at the same time, but become available consequentially. For example, you buy a house or you buy a car that is only available on the market over a certain period of week. You don't see that house anymore after certain months, right? So then he has certain assumption here to make a decision that each decision maker have certain kind of aspiration level. What is this? Aspiration level characterize whether a certain alternative is acceptable or not. A kind of wish list. You want to have certain aspiration. You want to have a wish list, right? Everyone, when you want to make decision, you have certain expectation. Okay. Now, what is satisfying strategy? You will wait and continue to search until you receive certain satisfactory offer that exceed your aspiration level. So, example, say you just graduated from your college, you want to find job, okay? Because your parents still supporting you at early stage, you want to delay. Oh, I want to travel first. There are several excellent jobs, but you refuse because, oh, the salary is too small, okay? And then over time, you cannot find job anymore. And then what happened is your aspiration level may go down because eventually you get several rejection, then your expectation level go down and reach certain equilibrium. Then that is the job that you will take. Similarly, okay, say you want to find your spouse to be. Again, you in early stage, for example, during this college, oh, you see that girl, or you see that boy is excellent candidate actually. But your aspiration level, right? Then you wait. But after certain time, probably your aspiration level may go down because you get rejection after rejection. Then eventually you will reach certain equilibrium that you will accept that, okay? Even though it is not actually the excellent candidate that you have earlier. So what do you think about this? Stephen,
Yeah.
you're so late today.
No.
What do you think about satisfying strategy? In your opinion, what is the strength and weakness probably? Or Darin, what do you think?
About the time,
The time. So this is dynamic. The time is dynamic. So it's a dynamic equilibrium strategy to make a decision. So what do you think? Are you using this? My question.
I think this is the most use of feeling. I think the hunch. It doesn't have any particular standard. I think you don't set a standard. I think, and I think it's trial by fire. So it's you try, fail, and you get less confident, and you try again. And yeah, like that. It doesn't have any, like the other one have like a benchmark for everything, right? So this doesn't have a particular benchmark.
Correct.
Just a hunch, I think.
Correct. Lilian, you have opinion?
I think because it's related with satisfaction, I think it's subjective and sometimes it can be equal. I mean, like if we think it might looks you cannot decide which one is the priority because it really depends on your feeling, I guess.
Depending on your criteria. So
Yeah.
right? So here it is. The problem with satisfying, again, it is non-compensatory strategy. Okay? There is no trade-off between the criteria. Okay? For example, how much holiday you will give up for higher salary? You may not consider that. So the final choices of your alternative again depends on the order of alternative that show themselves. So you see, among the classical decision analysis problem is non-compensatory strategy. The order matter, you see. Okay. So later on, okay, today, we'll discuss something else. Okay. And probably next meeting also, we will discuss something else about decision analysis strategy that is more modern than this classical. Okay. So now, give me your thought when you want to select your spouse to be, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, what strategy will you use? And what is your attribute? How did you select the candidate? What is your aspiration level? Do you want to share it? Don't be shy, okay? Okay, Abel first. I give you.
You're putting me in the spot here. I guess realistically, it'll be satisfying. Satisfying.
You have a girlfriend now or not yet?
Sadly, no.
Okay. So what will be your criteria?
Honestly, right, I don't even know.
So you did not set up yet the criteria.
Yeah, well, I guess I haven't set up yet.
Okay. Lillian, what do you think?
Like my criteria for I'm sorry, I don't really understand what's the question.
Question is in the slide. Okay. So when you want to select your spouse to be, what strategy will you use? How did you select the candidate? What are the attributes? What are the aspiration level that you have?
I think there's no strategy in terms of spouse. Spouse
Really?
to be, I don't think there's a strategy.
Okay. I will tell
if
you.
you want.
Can I tell you something then? In Javanese, right? You live in Java, right? Java Island. In Javanese,
Yes.
okay, they will call three criteria. Three criteria. Do you know? Bibit, bebet, bobot. You know that? Have you ever heard?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I've heard about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what?
important. Pipit, pepet, bobot.
Correct. So what is bibit?
Pipit is like the descendants,
Yeah, the parent, the ancestor.
the ancestors. Yeah.
Okay. So the family.
Yeah. The family history, right?
Correct. That's also represent the genetic.
Yes.
For example, if they have certain problem genetically and have the same problem with you, you may not marry to each other, right?
Oh, okay.
Say, for example, you have certain disease that is may have problematic to your children or later on. Okay, then they may not marry because of that criteria. Pipit. What is the second? Bebet. What is bebet there?
Now that part I haven't found out yet.
Bebet is the cloth.
Yes.
Okay, bebet is the cloth. Your meaning.
Oh, appearance.
Appearance. How beautiful, how handsome he is. Okay, bebet also means the outward appearance. The wealth, right?
Oh, so the bobot is
Bobot is the inward appearance.
Okay.
So bobot is the outward appearance. The bobot. Bobot is the inward appearance, the intelligent, the character.
Attitude, like like so Bobot is appearance and Bobot is attitude, right? Yeah.
Yeah, attitude, character,
Yeah.
intelligence, right? So basically, certain culture like Java have certain wisdom that they put it into very simple word, bibit babat bobot, right?
Okay.
That's
Oh.
already a strategy, right?
That is strategy. That is no, that is not strategy. That is attribute,
Oh, oh yeah, the attributes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
correct? So the
And how you choose the attributes is the strategy.
yes, how you choose the candidate, how do you
Uh-huh.
is the strategy, right? So for example, you want to put weight on bobot, you want to put weight on bobot more than bibit, for example. It's your strategy. Or you want to set a cutoff, okay, among this kind attribute, it's your strategy. But the attribute, they already give you certain criteria or attribute, right? So I don't know if is this something useful for you or not.
Did you like I like yeah
Oh,
what did you have to do, what strategy did you use when you were going to marry?
when 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 I select my spouse,
Yes.
oh, I created a table decision making at that time. So you will learn later on when we do risk and utility, because I already learned when I select my spouse, I was already in master degree, so I already learned decision making. Okay, so I use more modern aspect. Later on, you will learn about that. Today or next week, you will learn about that utility theory. Okay, I will set up certain criteria, including the of course similar to Japanese attribute bibit babat bobot, but at that time I also add, for example, religion, okay, and many other aspects that I put there. And then I use risk and utility. I put weight, and then I select it. Okay. Anyway, at this point, you may not understand, but today or next week, you will understand. Okay, when we discuss about that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So next, so these are the criteria that I probably use for my spouse to be. Okay, so first is compatibility, whether we are compatible to each other or not, right? Otherwise, we will fight always. The second is financial stability. Okay, it's not just love, but you need to have a certain financial stability, and of course, a personality and character. Appearance is also there. That is the outward appearance, right? The bobot, in this case, the intellectual capability. So my wife is another PhD. So, and we also have compatibility in terms of life philosophy and spirituality. And of course, we also check the family background, and we also check the relationship with the family, whether I can relate with them or not. So, well, the right side in this table is representing somewhat more modern aspect that I don't use, but you know, probably certain people use. For example, the gender. I put question mark here because you know, in the Western society, LGBT is one of the term here. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So second is age different. Whether what is your age different? Of course, with my wife, it's only two years different. But some people will accept certain age different. But certain, for example, if your spouse to be is a very big gap, will you accept or not? If they have different religion, will you accept or not? If they have different race, Will you accept or not? Or even if you accept, will your parent accept or not? Or probably the same race but different tribes. Say you are Chinese of Cantonese, and the other one is Chinese of Hakka. Probably they will fight each other because of different tribe, of different culture. And the intimacy, meaning are you sexually compatible or not? That's the modern aspect of this, that probably certain people will put this as criteria, but probably I'm not. You get what I'm meaning by this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, next discussion. Okay. I understand by putting spouse to be, you feel awkward, you don't want to share, but the career you probably want to share. What do you think? Same question, but the topic is about career or your work. So in selecting your career or work, what strategy will you use? How did you select the alternative? What attribute and what is your aspiration level? Do you want to share? Go. Who first? Nyoto, yeah.
Well, in selecting my career, I guess the strategy would be it's quite hard. It's like my head is telling me no to say to satisficing, because like that's
You don't need to use satisfying, okay? You can use anything else. So tell me your attribute. Probably if you don't know the strategy, at least the attribute. That's fine.
Well, of course it's the environment, work environment.
What environment is number one for you?
Yeah, as long, because like my my mom's uncle always reminded me that salary is, or money is, you don't need to think about that you don't have to think about money, that like don't make it your as your priority, because as long as you can work well, money will follow you. So my main goal is like I have to do my job as best as I can do. So I think work environment will
Maybe
affect
the
my performance.
Okay.
So I guess work environment and also the colleagues.
So in this case, can I conjecture or hypothesize that social aspect is important for you?
Yeah, the social aspect. So what the people who I'm going to work with, that's the most important thing for me.
Okay, great. Anyone else? So, Darin, what do you think?
Maybe I will choose job that have what I'm patient with. Like I like to do bengkel, like
Okay, machine.
And then yeah, I will try to work in that
direction. So
direction.
you are more driven by passion.
Yes.
Okay.
And
social.
My passion is not only that. I have many passion, but yeah, I will choose what that it can make me happy, like that.
Good. So something that from you inside you want something, then you want to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Okay.
Stephen, please.
For me, I will choose what it makes more money, I think.
Okay. Money drive you.
Yeah, driven by money oriented, I think.
Okay.
So work that give me profit.
So if a certain job give you higher salary or higher income, then you will move.
Yeah, even though even though I don't like the job.
Okay, so you don't like passion. You don't like social environment. You like yeah,
I
it's
think
okay.
it's number
Just
two. Yeah. For
yeah.
me,
This
I
is
think
just
it's number two.
there is
It's number
nothing
two.
wrong with that. Okay, I'm just asking the attribute.
Yeah, I think it's number two for me.
Okay, good. Eugene.
Yeah, I think more or less the same as Stephen.
Money.
I will choose the work that have a good prospect. I need to have a stable work because I don't know what kind of lifestyle that I wanna live.
Wait,
Yeah,
is it prospect? What is the meaning of that?
I mean the work that the job that is needed by a lot of people and get a high pay salary for me.
Okay. So needed and high paid salary.
Yeah.
Okay. Michael.
Oh yeah. So I'm leaning to the social aspect like Nyoto,
Ah, you are
but
similar to
to
Nyoto.
but to compensate, right now I trying to searching for a big company so I can compensate with the money. So yeah, I get a lot of money, but the social aspect is really great because if the company is not really named well, the social I think the social aspect will be not that great also.
Okay. So you have two criteria. One,
Yeah, I have two criteria
social aspect
and
the money.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that go hand in hand. I think.
But the first, they are tied, the same weight, or
Yeah, I think they are tight.
50-50?
What?
50-50.
Yeah.
Okay. Lillian, you want to share something?
I think I'm gonna set a cut-off strategy. So I'm gonna work in a place in the field that I can do, but I'm gonna give a cut-off, so like minimum wage.
Okay.
And
So you are saying that first you want to follow your passion. Second criteria is the money. Is that correct?
yes,
Right. But
yes,
you set up certain threshold.
yes.
Yes. Okay. Abel.
Okay, I think I completely agree with Stephen mostly,
Stephen. Oh,
but
okay. So you follow money.
yes, absolutely. I think I get the happiness rush enough from the paycheck rather than the work environment.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
So money is your only criteria, or you have other criteria?
I think it's pretty much my only criteria, really.
Okay. 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 So each of you have shared your different way of selecting your career and work. Okay. So these are certain attributes that probably people use, okay, in finding job, right? So one is income or salary, okay, and second probably benefit, okay. Aside from the income, probably they want to see the benefit. Why I need to join certain company, right? So the benefit include insurance, probably health insurance, package holiday, and so on. And then possibly also the training availability. Okay, so if you own a company and you find employees to work for you, you probably also want to know this criteria, right? Because by knowing this criteria, you probably can provide something that attract them to work for you, correct? Right? So next
Yeah.
criteria is probably location. Do I want to work in certain location? Can I work in the remote, like online? Okay. And what is the workload? Do I work under stress or very light? And then the work culture, the environment, the social aspect in the work, right? And then is there any career path? Can they go up in the ladder of their career, or they just stay there forever? And of course, the field, okay? Whether they are actually in the same field as your study or not. Probably you are tolerant or adaptive to any environment, any field, or you are actually want to focus on certain field that you want. That is the probably certain attribute that you can use. Nah? So next. Okay, so this is a tricky question. Destiny and decision. Okay. I said here, actual destiny never exists because destiny is only our own perception and concept toward life. But, okay, having said that, there are certain few, okay. Number one, our destiny is actually consequence of mainly other people decision around us, like our parent, our ancestor. Second is the second view is our destiny is just a consequence of mainly our own decision. Okay. The third aspect is our destiny is actually a consequence not only our own decision, but also the decision of other people and nature, okay, surround us during our lifetime. And the last view, okay, is the decision when we call destiny is actually depending on the decision, not just us, okay, but also the decision of our ancestor and the people surround us in facing the nature at past time, okay, up to now. That is also still affecting us quickly. So based on this point of view, okay, so we can have four shareholder of what we call destiny as decision aspect. First, you will say, oh, it is my own decision. Okay. Second, we say the decision is okay, it's my own, but also the decision of people surround us recently. The third is the decision is not just my own and the people surround us recently. So depending on decision of our ancestor and people surround us in the past. Last, you can see that the decision is not just the people, but also depending on the nature. Okay, surround us recently and surround our ancestor in the past. Okay, now based on this, what happened is, now you can have four types of person based on how people perceive decision. You can have four types of people. The first type is a victim. You think that all decisions that you make in your life, depending on the people, on others surround you. For example, your parent, your siblings, or even God, or your government. So you can play victim, right? Oh, I don't make that decision. It's someone else make decision for me. That is how you play victim. Second, you can play that you are responsible for your own decision. No, everything that make my destiny, I'm responsible for that. The third type of person is people who are aware. Okay? Aware means your decision is not just because of you, but also depend on the people around you. Okay? So the last type of person, I call this wise, because your decision, okay, your destiny is not just because of you and the people surround you, but also depending on the generation above you. That means your decision right now will also influence the future generation after you. Everything that you do today, say you are taking this course in IBE, actually will influence your grandchildren. Do you realize that? That's the point. Okay. So now my question to you. Where are you? Are you playing victim, responsible? Are you aware, or are you wise? Anyone want to share? Yes.
Responsible,
You are in the responsible state.
because if
Yeah.
we're talking about wise, it's something that is too extravagant for me, like thinking about the future and almost
Us.
another people as well. No,
No.
I'm not
Okay.
that much.
Okay. That's fine.
I think we're in the responsible stage, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm like some like now like getting a bit older and older, wiser, that's what they say. But I think not that wise, but we are at least we are aware that what we
So you
choose,
are
what
going
we,
from responsible state to the third state, which is aware.
yeah, I think so.
What happened?
Nothing.
Are we still here?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.